The first garment that I'm going to talk about is this A-line tunic shaped type of top from the Byzantine Empire. It has these kind of crosses and religious motifs. It's blue. It's this royal blue with these red kind of paneling on the sides, which makes me think that it was probably worn by somebody that was a part of the clergy or part of the early church at the time. It has also all of these types of figures and men who are in these kind of layered tunics and shawls and all this drapery. There's a lot of embroidery here. The second image that I'm going to talk about is this painting. This is from the early Middle Ages. It shows two figures, which I'm assuming is the Virgin Mary. This figure on the left looks to be like an angel, and it has this blue kind of ankle length garment on and this pink colored shawl. And then the woman on the right, she seems to be married because her head is covered, and normally I believe more married women will wear veils during this time period. She has on this red dress, which is fitted and tied up under the bust and kind of loose fitting at the top with long sleeves. And it also has this kind of gold embroidery or pattern design on it as she wears this blue cloak, this blue shawl with gold embroidery and detailing on the edges. And then the last thing that I'm going to talk about, or the last image that I'm going to discuss, is this picture from the late Middle Ages. This one has a little bit more detailing. It's in terms of the actual silhouettes of their garments. The woman on the left is wearing this kind of high-sitting headpiece with this oversized dress. It has really wide sleeves with this big cuff, and it's also fitted underneath the bust with this V-neck collar shape. And then the man to her right, he has on this kind of floppy headpiece with these kind of pieces and frills falling off of it, and also this probably an outer layer tunic, and this showing down at the bottom at the seat is probably his undergarment tunic showing from underneath. It has this gold collar and matching cuff to it, and also looks like he has some hosiery on the bottom, and it looks like he has the type that has the instep to go into the middle of your foot. I would say that all three of these time periods, as far as silhouettes and styles, are drastically different. The Byzantine era had relatively simpler silhouettes, but they had a lot more detailing and embroidery and patterns. And then as we move into the early Middle Ages, the silhouettes remain simple, but the busyness of the prints and things kind of tones down, and then um, we get a little bit more with the silhouettes, and it's kind of difficult to tell in this image if there's any color here because of the palette used that's white, black, and gold. But I would assume and imagine that their garments also have color alongside the frill and the wide shapes of all of their silhouettes.